Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is the 4-week update on the Lenire device treatment for tinnitus. Well, I wish I had a better report this week for everyone, but I had pretty much kind of a big setback from week 3 here to week 4. I had more 9s and 10s this week than I've had since the start of using of the device. I had maybe just a couple days of 7 and 8s, and I had a lot of 9s and 10s. But I feel there's a reason behind it, and I'll explain. My tinnitus is very weather driven. And what I mean by that, when there's a cold front coming in, my tinnitus gets worse. When there's a big storm coming in, my tinnitus gets worse. And what I mean by worse is when I'm having already a bad time with it, and the front comes in, about all I could just call it is a 10 plus. It's just that bad. I won't even put a number to it. It's really bad. It's pretty much you just gotta spend a lot of time in bed and try to sleep to try to get through it. It's that awful. And as I'm taking this video, I'm showing you the clouds here where we're at, and like I said, that's way we're getting ready to get a storm in here shortly, and it's been that way all week. We've had storms, we've had cold fronts come in behind storms and drop temperature of 10 degrees, and of course they ain't really a cold front when it's been 100 degrees and it drops to 90, but they still call it a cold front. And anyhow, when those fronts come through, it really affects mine. And I talked to the audiologist about that before, about the device, and because I have trouble finding other people with that same problem, looking online. And she said she has seen other patients that had, problems with weather, with, relating to their tinnitus, making it worse. So there is others out there, I guess, that have it, but you can't find a lot about it online. And if weather affects yours, please, leave a comment, let me know how it affects yours. And like I said, I'm kind of interested to know, because it don't seem like there's many. I've only went to one ENT since I've had this, and that ENT said he'd been a doctor for 40 years and never even heard of anybody having weather-related tinnitus, so that kind of made me feel left out. But like I said, the audiologist said that she'd heard of plenty that has that problem. But anyhow, the weather's has been really rough here all week, and so like I said, it has affected me pretty bad. But what that concerns me for the device is that device going to help that at all? Which, like I said, I'm just 4 weeks in. And again, you're supposed to use this device for at least 12 weeks. So I'm hoping it'll help, but like I said, it's really been a rough week, pretty much all week. Like I said, I did have a couple 7 and 8 days, but it's just been pretty bad. So like I said, nothing really good to report this week. And but I did have a good question in the comments I wanted to bring up, that something I haven't covered. Someone had asked the question, when I went to buy the Lenire device, was there a waiting list? Did I have to wait to purchase it? And the answer to that is yes. And so, if any of you out there are really considering buying the device, don't think you're going to call a clinic and you'll be able to drive down the next day and pick it up. It doesn't work that way. There's back when I bought mine, there was I called 3 different clinics, I think, out of Lenire's clinic list, and all of them are pretty much 4 to 5 week waiting list. That's been almost 2 months back now. So, I don't know what the waiting list is now. It could be even more. So, if you are really considering getting the device, keep that in mind, that there is going to be a waiting list, until they get more providers. Like I said in my very first video, they are working to get more providers here in the United States, and then they'll be more available. But right now, you definitely you got to wait just a little while to get one. So just wanted to answer that. And but anyhow, like I said, that's pretty much all I've got for this week. I'm sorry to report such bad news, but like I said, I'm not blaming the device for it. I know myself well enough and know the type of weather that we've had, that that's why I'm having such a hard time. I would like to say that the device is helping me through these weather spikes, but I can definitely say it's not, at least not right now. But I hope it does in the future, because like I said, that's something that really affects mine, is the weather. Puts it, like I said, in a really bad spot, super bad spot. And but anyhow, like I said, that's all I have to report this week. Hopefully week 5 video is going to be a lot better than this one. And I appreciate y'all for watching and commenting, and tune back in next week. So thank you all.